And we're back after a brief break with South Texas Crossfire with the Lopez Broadcasting family. 12 brothers and sisters, and they all vote, and so should you. And we are on with a great judge, somebody I've had the honor of appearing in front of for 15 years. First trial I ever did was a lady named Miss Snapka, and I was in front of this judge. Boy, I was shaking like a leaf on a tree, you know, but not anymore. I got kind of used to it, but everybody says, what difference does it make what judge we have up on that bench? It makes all the difference in the world. So with that, I'm going to introduce one of the premier, best five-star judges, not only here in South Texas, but Texas, and that is Judge Joe Longoria. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Well, I got your mail out. In my mail, it looked very nice, and I know that you're pressed for time. You always have stuff. You're one of the few judges that doesn't have a backlog. How do you do it?
Work hard. You know, I get there about 7:15, 7:30 at the latest, and I look through my docket. I work until 5, and just take an hour and 50 minutes for lunch, and keep moving my docket. You just got to work, and you'll get it done.
One of the things I respected the most about you is the media goes crazy. The families are up in arms when you have to give a you know, not a just sentence, you know, and you know, you've taken the heat nationally, locally, but you've always stood your ground. What's your position on that? Is that the hard part of being a judge, or not?
Believe it or not, I don't pay attention to it. I've been local, state, and national, international, and letters and cards have come with threats from all over, as far as Australia, and it doesn't bother me at all.
Boy, I feel better. I thought I was the only guy who got threats. But seriously, you know, on some of those cases, which are the hardest cases that you just have to, you know, I mean, the ones that I know you're very objective, but which are the ones that really hit you hard?
The child cases. When a child is being injured, a child's killed, you've got to be objective, listen to the evidence, and make decisions on what you hear, not on what you're feeling or what your heart tells you. Because I've got 7 grandchildren, and I would not want one of them to be injured like some of these children are killed, like some of these children are killed.
The 214th, what kind of cases do you listen to on a typical day?
Well, like today I had criminal dockets and some family law, divorces, custody, and I've got big cases, case log this afternoon. I run what's called the Diversion Court, which our DA put together, and it's for nonviolent sex offenders, our kids from the college, high school, that start out with a little bit of drugs and they get caught with a felony. Our DA, Mark Skirka, sends them through this program. We go in there. I run the program. It's a 1-year program. They pay $1,000 to be in it. If they complete it successfully, the felony is wiped off their record.
I want to clear the record too that you know, so many people say that Judge Longoria, and this is, you know, a lot of people say you're a very stern judge, right? Well, I've lived in his court pretty much every week since I was a young'un, and I can tell you that it is a stern court. They keep things running, but there's also a lot of mercy in that court. With that Diversion Court, you get a second chance at not having a record. Listen to what I'm saying out there, ladies and gentlemen. You get a second chance. We got a couple of minutes left. I want you to just let the voters know, because you're too busy to go out there and knock on doors anymore. You're an elected official. You're up there on the bench. I want this to be you are knocking on 100,000 doors, Your Honor.
Well, you know, Joe, it's this way. It's easy to get up there and criticize a judge for his rulings, and but somebody that's never tried a lawsuit like a death penalty, capital murder, I just looked at the statistics yesterday. In 15 years, I've been assigned 17 capital murder cases. They're very difficult to try. The family law cases are difficult to try because you got to make a decision what's going to happen with that little person. You know, moms and dads go on about their ways, but the child is the one that suffers. And if you don't properly treat it or take care of it, it's not going to work for that child. He'll wind up in not advancing in life. And yes, am I stern? Yes. Am I firm? Yes. But I was a single parent with 3 boys, and that's the same way that I handled them, you know, and thank God they're all very successful at this time.
Look at him now. When I first started interviewing you, he was in med school. Let's start with one of them that's in California. He's a pulmonologist, an intensivist. He takes care of the sickest of the sick.
Correct. He's certified in pulmonology, emergency or critical care, and he's internal medicine.
And your other boys?
Alejandro is with he's operations manager for Guggenheim Investments, which owned the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he wasn't a very good baseball player, but he deals with their contracts. And Danielle is with Bank of America, but does foreign investments for Merrill Lynch, the multi-billion-dollar investments.
Well, I always say
abroad.
The best resume about a judge is if he's got children, look how well his children did.
Yeah, Joe, but you see, the mistake I made bringing them up, I didn't teach them to send money home. So they're not sending any money home, so.
Not even for the campaign?
Not even for the campaign.
Well, I better write a check myself. Ladies and gentlemen out there, in all seriousness, please get out there and vote. Remember that it's so important. The judges protect you, your safety. They protect the community. Judge Longoria has a proven track record. He walks it like he talks it. I've appeared in front of him, and I have no objections. And I would ask that you guys please go out there and vote. Recuerde que su voto es su voz. Si no puedes votar, no puedes quejar. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. I know the judge has a very, very busy docket, but I wanted to give an opportunity to campaign and knock on a door because he doesn't have the chance to do that. He doesn't have the luxury to be going up there, and he puts up his own signs, by the way. And so we wish you the best of luck on your campaign. Once again, how many terms now?
This would be my 5th term. I'm going
All right. Well, we wish you the best. Thank you for coming by. Your Honor, I know you're busy.
Appreciate it.